Okay, well, thank you for that, Harriet, and Harriet's wee one. I quite enjoyed a nice little grounding squeal. It was very cute, very sweet. So, so thanks for being here, folks. And it's not so much a workshop; it's a meditation. So I'm going to guide us through a peaceful place and a place where we connect with nature within our imaginations. Um, I think very often we think of ecotherapy and nature therapy as something that always takes place outdoors, but I think the psychological connection is the key always, and there are things we can do indoors that connect us with nature, and here and now, I believe, is one of them. So I'm going to lead a guided nature-based visualization on a peaceful place, and it will take around 15 minutes or so. And to begin, I'd like to invite you just to make yourself comfortable in your seat. However you do that is up to you. And you might like to close your eyes, or certainly at least lower them away from the screen. But if you can close them, if you're comfortable doing that, that would be good. I'd like you just to take a few deep breaths and just really connect with your breath for a few moments. Just let go of any tensions you might be holding. Notice any places in the body where you might be holding some tension. Feel yourself resting into the chair or wherever you're sitting, lying, however you are. Just becoming more and more comfortable. And over the next 15 minutes or so, there will be noises and distractions from screens, from outside, and that's all okay. We're not here to shut out everything that's going on in the physical world, where we can step into this world and step back into our imaginations and bring ourselves gently back. It's all fine. Everything is as it's supposed to be here. Even the sound of my little cat, who you might hear from time to time. And I'd like you to imagine that you've been sleeping in a deep and beautiful sleep for many hours, and that in your imagination you're just beginning to wake up from this sleep. First thing that you notice is that you're lying on a soft, almost luxurious bed of soft pine needles, surrounded by ancient pine trees reaching up so high into the sky it's almost unfathomable. In the air, you've got it feels like morning. There's a slight dampness, but it's a comfortable one. The temperature is just right for you. You've got the sun coming through. It's this time of year, early spring. The sun's beaming through the top of these huge pine trees, and you can smell that scent of the needles, the slight dampness of morning. And around you, as you're still lying down, there's this soft palette of greys and browns all around in this open forested space that you can see. I'm going to just be quiet for a moment and let you just enjoy the feeling of being in this natural space. You slowly get up and begin to walk through a small pathway. You enjoy the feeling of the sun against your neck. You can smell fresh garlic. And on either side of you, there are shrubs, rhododendrons around your waist height as you walk through slowly to a clearing. You might rub your fingers through the shrubs, the soft, waxy leaves on your fingertips. Sound of birds. And you come into a open meadow space. The grass is this really gorgeous deep green, almost an emerald green, and there's a stream on your right hand side. There's just this open vastness in front of you, and to your left you have the sense of a deeper forest over there, the sound of many animals mooching around, animals of 4 legs and 2 with wings. But there's this sense of peace coming from all around, a sense that although there's all of these creatures around you, that none of these creatures mean any harm, and that there's a peacefulness and a deep sense of everything being okay here. Somewhere over on the edge of the forest, you become aware of 2 humans. You're not aware of their gender or their color. You're just aware there are 2 human beings having a very deep hug, and something in your intuition senses that this is the hug of reconciliation. It's the hug of people who were once enemies coming together. You sense this deep sense of beauty and appreciation of this space, this place. You become aware of your feet all of a sudden. You notice that you're actually barefoot here. And that dew is seeping into your toes. There's a freshness here, and something about the way that the earth refreshes your feet, that refreshment, that soothingness that the spongy grass has, whilst these humans hug, just seems to blend together and make so much sense. All of these different kinds of connection, things slotting into place. I'll leave you with that feeling for a moment. Notice any sensations you feel. Notice how the air feels, how your skin feels here. Notice what's going on emotionally for you here. Notice the sounds. Do you hear the sounds of the animals in the forest or the trickling water from the small river to your right? How do those sounds blend for you? Take a little time to notice your breath, how the air feels moving in and out of your nose. Move slowly towards the river, looking up at the sky and the depth of the blue that you haven't noticed before. Just one wispy little cloud passing by. Passing by in the shape of you're not sure if it's a snake or a dragon. It seems to morph from one animal to another, but it dissipates as quickly as it comes. And you just rest your hand in the water for a while. You lean over into this small river, your fingertips touching the coolness of the water. Something about that freshness that speaks of renewal and constant change. And the river is teaching us all that everything is constant change and all conditions pass by, pass through. Sometimes an awareness and a sadness then when good things come to an end and peace comes to an end, but this is also a temporary state, and war always comes to an end. Difficulties in our own lives always come to an end, and the river is teaching us this. You feel it in the coolness of your fingertips. As you become slowly more aware of what's happening around you, you have noticed that the humans have walked off into the forest, patting each other's backs. And you notice coming towards you, and it could be from the water, it could be from the sky, the forest, the field. You notice that there's an animal coming towards you. There's a gentleness in its approach, a warmth, a friendliness. How this animal will take shape for you is something that only you will sense and feel. Maybe you can picture it clearly, or maybe it's just an energy and a feeling that you get of an animal approaching. But as it comes closer, you feel this sense of friendship It means you're well. How does it move? How does it look to you? Can you figure out what kind of animal it is? Do you see it clearly, or do you just sense its energy? It's like a warmth and a radiance that you feel, almost like there's another ray of sunshine that's coming not just from the sky, but from this animal, and just warming your body as it gets closer. You gently touch its head. There's a softness and a kindness that comes from the animal. And you just notice how this connection feels. Does it have fair or bare skin? Perhaps it's dry or soft or fluffy, rough. But just for a moment, it nudges its head very slightly, like a little gentle rub against your fingers. A nudge of friendliness. There's a calmness and this gentle joy that you're carrying with this connection. Notice what else you feel in its presence. Your animal friend here has a little message for you. And this message might come as a clear sentence, it might come as an image, it might come just as a feeling. However it comes is right. There are no rights or wrongs in how the message is delivered or received. But it would like to let you know something warm, something positive, something that you can take with you into your day and into your week. And it's going to convey this to you now. And I'm going to leave you for 30 seconds or so to receive the message and to feel it, however it comes. Here you go. want you to keep this message and know that this is something you can access at any time. And even if your message felt a little hazy and you weren't quite sure, what was meant or what you received, whatever you felt was right and what you needed for right now. And it will be soon time to say goodbye to your animal friend and say goodbye to this space, to the river where your fingers felt the water, and to the forest to your left where the animals were, where the humans gave each other that hug, and where you felt the grass and the dew beneath your bare feet. But know that this animal friend and this space within your mind, within your imagination, is somewhere that you can access at any time. It's somewhere that you can come to for respite and care and for peace. And your animal friend is here whenever you need them. You just need to call them in your imagination, and they will come. You gently begin to move back through the path that you came from. You bid goodbye to your animal friend, stroke its little head as it nudges your hand. You move back through the path, through the shrubs. Once again, you let your fingers take in the waxy leaves as you stroll on through back to the place where you began, where the pine trees were. The sun is still shining through the tops of the trees. I want you to just lay back down where you began, where the soft pine needles were. And in your imagination, you close your eyes again. And you come back with some renewal, with some refreshment, with a sense of hope from this experience. And as you lie, noticing your breath, with your eyes closed, you go into the dark of the space once again and begin to slowly feel yourself here, present, where we began the journey a while ago, back when we saw each other's faces on Zoom. But before you open your eyes, I'd like you just to take another moment with your breath, just to reconnect with your body. Just notice how it feels going in and out. You might like to move your body slightly, perhaps move your shoulders, gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Prepare yourself to come back to this physical space. And whenever you do feel ready, and there's no rush at all, you can open your eyes, and you can maybe keep them away from the screen to begin with. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. I'll leave it with you.
Thank you, Steve. That was beautiful.